These are the actual gloves, huh?
So yeah, so this is the
You should
actual.
do a little spa.
Yeah, I'm feeling comfortable, right?
Yeah. I can actually punch him, no? It's okay.
Wait till I walk out. 1, 2, 1. Right. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Really.
I just go straight down now, you know. Now, boy, Mickel, we getting bigger and bigger in the dance these days.
Seen that, yeah?
I mean, everybody talking about the podcast all through the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And you know, the brilliant thing is that they're saying, we want this person, and they're suggesting this person and so forth.
Yes.
And we covered musicians, we have people in the fashion, dance. It's only time that we bring somebody from the sports field.
Yes,
And when we bring in the sports, we bring in the best.
the best are the best. And today we have the boxer herself, the best in the country, Tiana. Tiana, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm honored and happy to be here.
Guys, so we have Tiana. Tiana is 28 years
28
old.
years old.
28.
You see, you let go all of these little facts. All I know is as the champ.
She is the #1 ranked boxer in Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean.
I think it's what, 12 in the
12
world?
to the world. 12
You know
to
it's
the
to be
world.
12 in the world, man.
She that good and she right here in our soil. So it's a pleasure to have her here today.
You use 12 in the world in anything?
I would,
Say yes.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Even so. Yes.
Why are you encouraging that?
Say yes. Tell him don't ask what. Just
Yeah,
say
don't
yes.
ask for it, eh?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, 28 years old and you have made all these accomplishments already,
Yeah.
Tiana.
I know the funny thing about that is that I only started boxing 7 years ago. So I started
Oh.
boxing at 21 years old. So technically at the older age with competing, because a lot of the boxers I faced, they fighting since they were 5 years old,
Yes.
4 years old. So I kind of stumbled onto boxing. Because before boxing, I wanted to be a surgeon. I was in pre-med school.
She was. You serious?
Serious, swear to God, serious.
You wanted to be a surgeon?
Yeah, I wanted to be a surgeon. Like, I always had a passion for sports. I loved football. I actually got the opportunity to be on the women's national team, and my mom said, no, education first, whatever.
Right.
So, I forgot about that football thing. Bounced up with a friend years later, already in university, doing my stuff. And they were getting back and saying more serious with boxing. So I said, okay, I'll come and support. Boxing kind of barbaric to me,
Yeah,
because it's like
yeah.
two people just punching each other, in the face, still
Right.
one fall. Makes no sense to me, but all right, I'll go. One time I'll get abs, because I was on the bigger side, so I wanted to get abs. So when I went in, I just fell in love with it. And the coaches was like, oh, national championships coming up. You should try it. I say, well, doesn't make sense. I do all this training and, never fought in the
Right.
ring. Went and I won national championships. I got the best novice female for the tournament.
Okay.
And they were like, we send you Caribbean. I was like, okay, cool, St. Lucia. First time on the plane, first everything. So I said,
Really?
okay, yeah. Got gold there. I was like, okay, this boxing thing, easy, man, no problem.
She went from trying to preserve the body, fix the body,
Yeah.
to
yeah.
mashing up the body.
Mashing it up.
But that's just the same thing. And then they took me CAC Games. I was like, that is Central American Caribbean Games. That's like a big games. I didn't know that at the time. And I fought Mexico and got stopped. And I was like, there's levels to this. Okay, it's not as easy as you thought. You're going to stay in this sport to make sure that never, ever happened to you again.
Right.
And you're going to become the best at it. And then that's the road.
But what I'm hearing from you is a lot of innocence. What I mean by that is that you was doing it not because of what you think it would bring for you, but just doing it because you were excelling in it and doing well.
Correct.
And you were not driven by any medals,
No.
money, gold.
No.
And no, all I see is medals.
And the funny thing is, I did not realize how big the sporting world is. Not Trinidad, I mean the world. Like how much around the world people love sports and appreciate sports. So I went to the same games, Central America and Caribbean games, and we had police escorts and army and like spectators like crowding over to come and touch us and take out pictures. And I was like, wow, they take this real. This is like
Seriously.
big thing across here.
Yeah.
So And as you rightfully said, I never came into the sport and told the coaches, I want to be world champion. I want to go to the Olympics. I want to
No.
go to... Yeah, and that never was... I didn't even think that was possible for me because I always had in my head I was behind. I started this
So you
thing
never
late.
saw yourself representing Trinidad and
No,
Tobago?
honestly, no.
But what about, and for you say before boxing was football, you thought that you wanted to be behind it?
Yes,
You
I used
wanted...
to envision myself. You know, I think I am to blame for this. I'll explain why. When I used to manifest being a footballer, I wasn't specific with certain details. Meaning, like, I just used to see myself representing the country. Just me with Trinidad and Tobago on in a sporting arena. I never really specify, looking back now, football or this or that. So I always used to envision, oh, it'll be so cool to represent your country. It'll be so cool. It'll be so cool. So
Yeah.
I think that's my fault I ended up in boxing too. I didn't really say I wanted to do it in football.
But you mentioned that with the whole football vibe, you know, the parents was like, no,
Yeah.
education.
Yeah.
How they felt when the transition to boxing side occurred? Because you was doing pre-med.
So actually, I did not tell my dad anything. I don't think he never even came to my first fight. He saw it in the papers.
Oh.
And then I was like, okay, I need to tell him, hey, doing boxing, by the way.
Boxing.
Yeah, because I was always that kid. So I graduated from high school, well, secondary school at the age of 16 years.
Which
I finished
school? Which school was
early.
that?
Shogunus North Secondary.
Okay.
So I finished school pretty early compared to when most people would finish. So I was always sort of like doing my own thing. I would tell him after the fact.
Right.
So I'd be like, hey, you know, I'm going to do this. I'd be like, oh, right, Dad, I forget to tell you. In case you see anywhere, this is what I'm doing now. So I didn't tell my dad anything. My mom knew. After I won nationals, he became very excited because I thought he would have been upset. He was like, no, this is great. This is, you know, I'll support. I'll do this. I'll do that.
Yes.
My mom on the outside, to me, it always seemed like she wasn't supportive.
Yeah.
But I got to find out after, when I came home with like black eyes and different stuff, she'll go in the room and cry.
Black
Yeah,
eyes.
when I came home, my mom will watch me and she'll be like, well, you know, Caribbean mother, she'll be like,
Yeah.
say, Mom, I'm in pain. She's like, don't tell me nothing, you know. I don't want to hear nothing. You
Yeah,
choose that.
you
Don't tell me
choose that.
nothing. I was like, that, no sympathy, no empathy, no nothing. And then my dad told me, your mom will go in the room and cry. Like, oh my God, look at my child, look at, oh my God.
Yeah.
And I will try to show her some of my fights and she will never
She
be
won't know.
interested. Yeah,
No, she
until
won't.
one day, my sister told me, Mommy tried to watch your fight and she almost mashed up the TV. I was like, what you mean? She said, every time the girl threw punches, she
gets
was like,
mad. Yeah.
yeah, she
You're
was,
hitting my daughter.
yeah, hitting my daughter. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's the reason why she can't like come and see me fight and it'll seem like she's not so involved in it. I think it's because she just can't deal with it, like, you know.
From that point of view.
Yeah, from that point of view. So yeah. So there, in the end, my dad is like my biggest supporter now.
That's good.
I think anybody he talks to, oh, my daughter is this person, follow her on Instagram, follow her. I
Yeah,
said,
he's
"Dad,
proud
you
of
can't,
you."
yeah, you can't do it like that. It just come off a kind of way. You can't do it so. But now he's the biggest. If he could have worn a jersey
Alright.
with like my face
Face on
and
it.
my Instagram, he would have done it every day. Yeah.
That's what dad's for.
Yeah, that's what dad's for real. Yeah.
Well, I see you mentioned you used to play the football. Now you're a full-time boxer, international boxer. Now, I just wanted to ask you, do you think that playing a sport itself works as therapy or medicine?
It does, you know. And I always tell, well, I recently started revealing this part of my story because I think it's important that people understand how important sport is in mental health. So before boxing, I had a serious suicide attempt. I ended up in the hospital, I think probably like a month before I started boxing. I always struggled with that growing up.
Depression?
Depression. And I think I remember the first thought I had was when I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
And the first time I actually actively started trying to commit suicide, I would say, was probably like 12, 13. So a serious one actually happened at the age of 16. And when I got into boxing, boxing helped change my entire approach to challenges. Because the sport itself is a challenge. At the end of the day, the sport is two people in the ring, highly skilled, just like each other,
Yeah.
intellectually adept, just like each other, trying to figure out how to beat each other. So that's a challenge.
Wow. I like how she put that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a challenge. It's like you could fight just as good as me. You know everything about boxing, and I know as well. So how is this chess game going to go? It's a chess game.
Right.
So from being in that sort of environment, it made me appreciate challenges more. So when my external or personal life start to, go haywire as always, that always happens, I sort of look at it like, okay, this is a challenge. How to overcome this? How to get past this? So a setback happened, it's like, okay, learn the lesson and let's bounce back. But I was only able to develop those kind of tools or thinking through being in sport. You understand?
Sport helped you.
Sport helped me refine that, because what people need to understand too, especially in boxing, that ring, we call it the ring of truth. So that ring reveals a lot about your inner character or person. So if you're a person, when things get hard, you quit, it shows in the ring. Because it's just you, it's you. Yes, you have coaches and teammates, but it's you alone in that ring trying to figure out this problem. So from being in that sort of environment, I was able to extract different aspects from it and apply it to my everyday life. So now when things happen, yes, it bothers me. Yes, I do get affected, but now I'm able to bounce back a lot quicker, because it's not so much how life is. It's not so much of the fact that you went down, as I say, it's how long you stay down, how long you take to come up. So that's some of the things I was able to take from boxing to put into my everyday life. So yes, sport is very, very important to mental health, mental development, especially for younger ones. So I wish I could have been in a sport since when I was probably 5 years old. I may have looked at life a little differently growing up.
I get you. And that's a very important point that you bring across there, because in your 28 years of life, you seem to have gone through a good bit of hurdles. One of the issues is that when we always try to find ourselves at that critical age and our parents are steering us into this direction, not because I don't think they want to support us, but they want us to be better than them.
Correct.
In life.
Correct.
So like, don't go down that road, go and do medicine. And I recall when I wanted to be a chef and so forth, like the same thing, my mom was like, don't do that. That is bull work. That's hard.
No money.
You won't see your family, and it's going to be hard, and you need something a little more stable. And the thing about it is that they always say that when you find something that you love, it doesn't become work. And I always say that we have this mindset in Trinidad and Tobago, and maybe throughout the course of the world, that you have to be that doctor, you have to be that lawyer, you have to be that engineer, you have to be a business, because that is the most stable. And you're saying that maybe if you had continued medicine, maybe that depression would have caught up further.
I think it would have.
And maybe sport was a release, as Mickel said, it's therapeutic for you.
It is.
That's a great lesson that we,
Yeah, it is. I really think if I had stayed down that pathway, I don't think I would have been here today, because it was to the point where, like, for no reason at all, like any minor inconvenience, I go into a fast food outlet, I won't say the name, by the time I tell the story, you will know.
We know which one.
We had no breast, we only had Thai.
Yeah.
But I just ended here and done, that's how bad it was.
Yeah.
Any minor inconvenience, I was always at that edge of not being here the next day.
Is it that you had some rage issues also too?
So
Okay, you used to fight in school? Mask.
yes, but this is the reason why. No, I need to defend myself. No, I have to defend myself. My mom, I want to paint a scenario for you. So imagine me, Form 1. I'm pretty short. She gave me a very, very long school skirt to like my ankles. The students had a laugh already. The school had like boy and girl shirts. She got me the boy shirt because it was more economical. It had more pockets. It made more sense to her. She put me in bubbles and gave me a lunch kit. I was doomed to fight. I was just doomed to be a fighter at that point.
They pick on you.
Yeah, so I'm a person, naturally, I don't like bullying.
Yeah.
I don't like to feel bullied. I will take off for that. So it got to the point, I remember I was walking around school and I was saying, Tiana, they only bullying you because you never set an example. I said, you just need to hold on to one. And set a resounding example, and you will never have to deal with this problem again. And that's so said, so done. So after that happened, I was like, oh, she a little bit crazy. Like, she will take this thing.
She just
real
trip.
far,
She
yeah.
could trip.
Take this
She
thing.
could trip.
Real far. Let's just forget about that. But even before that, I remember I used to go to Mount Hope Psychiatry for like, I would say Therapy, put it that way,
Yeah,
therapy.
yeah.
And the psychiatrist had a very hard time with me because the first session he had with me, I remember it very clearly. I probably was like 8 years, 9 years, around
Mhm.
there. And he was like, what I want you to do is to, draw your what you consider to be a happy home. So I said, why? You want to see if I have some kind of skewed vision of happiness? I remember he watched me like, be right back. He went in, call my parents, whatever, whatever. And I remember him telling my parents, I have a very advanced IQ. And now that I'm older doing research on that, people with above level IQ are susceptible to depression, anxiety, and different mental
Okay.
difficulties, I'll put it that way, because they are more aware of what's going on. At the age of 5, I already knew that my parents' income wasn't matching the bills. Like I had, at the age of 5, was sitting down saying, "Ooh, light bill come, light bill is 600. I said, how daddy want to pay the light bill this month? At the age of 5, I was very aware. And when parents, not, yeah, you see, to,
Mickel, at age 5, you were studying the Tianna bill?
No.
I remember I came to my mom, I was like, Mom, listen, I have a business plan. I was 7 years old. I said, I have a business plan. I said, if it is, I could wash cars after school and on weekends, we could save the money. We could buy a car by the time I reach like 14, 15. We could put that car on the road and rent it. I give down the whole plan. And she looked at me like, you go do anything for money? You like too much money? I was like, no, I'm
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
solve the problem we in. And she didn't understand that I was so aware of life
Yeah.
that it was affecting me, and I'm trying to fix the problem. You know what I'm saying? So I think all those past issues kind of crept up.
Yeah.
And when you reach that age of, what you call it? When
Puberty.
puberty, that's what I'm looking for.
Yes.
Puberty is like everything just keep crashing down. So if I had stayed on, as you say, that pathway, I think I wouldn't have been here today.
So we see where sport came into your life and changed a lot, make you a more relaxed person.
Thank God.
You take out the anger in the boxing bag now on your opponent. So we see, okay, yes, we agree that sport relaxes you. It could work as medicine in your life, whatever sport you choose. On a recreational level, now if we think now on a professional level, what attributes you think would it take to develop yourself into being a professional sport player? Whether it be boxing, whether you have to choose your sport as boxing, cricket, what do you need, what attributes you need to reach the highest level?
For me, I think, based on my journey, 3: discipline, resilience, and innovation. The reason why I say innovation is because when you take into consideration your background or where you play your example, let's take Trinidad and Tobago. In order for me to be where I am today, I had to be very innovative when it comes to branding, when it comes to raising funds, when it comes to finding the good out of situations.
Yeah.
So in order to be a professional player at any level, discipline, of course, to get up, train, stick to the plan, resilience, because things don't always go to plan. That's
Right.
just life. And innovation, to figure out and look for opportunities to pivot, to turn to build your brand.
I hear you. No, that's all well and fine. Besides, going to a certain fast food outlet and they don't have breast. As a human being, as you grow older in the sport and as you become more disciplined, obviously you're guided by certain principles on a daily basis of what needs to get done, efficiency, productivity. But as a woman, what perturbs you? What pisses you off? What is something that you don't stand for at all?
Bullying. So I'll tell you why. I'll give it the context. So because of the fact that I don't have much females to work with, I work with men. So I have a thing where if we are sparring, so sparring is like practice fighting,
Yes.
right? So if we are sparring, it is not supposed to be at the same intensity as a fight. Because we're not fighting, we're training, we're working together. But men, sometimes with their egos, if they find they're getting the losing end of the sparring, they try to bully, hit hard, hit behind the head, do illegal stuff. That pisses me off in ways that I can't begin to.
But do you fight guys?
Yeah. So
it's not just female against female.
No. In fighting, it's female against it, competition.
Sparring.
But training, because I don't have that much
Like
female sparring partners,
partners,
men.
yeah.
So sometimes I work with men bigger than me.
Yeah.
So when I work with men that are bigger than me, that are very skilled, it's understood that you have to restrain some of your power.
I'll get you.
Because besides me being a woman, weight difference,
Weight.
there is a weight difference.
Yeah.
And the sport is categorized by weight for a reason. So if I'm sparring somebody 20, 30 pounds heavier than me, I don't expect you to be punching and grunting like you are trying to hurt me.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
will trip me off.
You think it's something to do with ego?
Yes, it is ego. Yes, and I have an ego too. So two of us there with egos in the ring.
Clash.
It will
Problems,
clash. So I
right.
remember there was this one sparring. I came in and I told the coach I had an injury at the time. So I said, coach, I can't really punch so good with this hand. He said, okay, we'll just use one hand. Came in the ring, sparring. The first punch the guy threw. A big punch. So I see it, I pull back. So the punch passed me, I pull back. I watch my coach. He was like, relax, relax, relax. I say, okay, no problem. Working again. And next I said, that's it. Punch. Started off, it was a full-on fight. When the fight finished, my coach was like,
Oh, yes.
yeah, my coach was like,
you went ballistic.
as he said, if you could fight like that in the ring, Tiana, world
Beat up
champion.
anybody.
World champion. I was so upset with the. I can't listen. I
Like,
can't
put some licks
explain.
on him.
Yeah, no, listen. I can't explain. That does just.
You know, you say that, right? And I remember as a teenage boy, young boy, I saw this fight between Tyson and Holyfield when he bit off his ear. Boxing, right? And they are colleagues in fighting. I don't know what happened that night or what would have possessed Tyson to bite off Holyfield's ear. Are there instances, I mean, I just spoke about, but are there instances sometimes like, obviously you all are colleagues in this ring, but you're saying same intellect, same fighting skill, but it's a game of chess. Could it sometimes turn so bad in a professional setting that how is it that you restrain yourself, but at the same time win, but not be nasty and cursing and, you know, even in cricket, sometimes you saw recently one of our cricketers, something happened and, you know, and on the field, how you do, because this is a outrageous sport and it could just flip like that in a second.
So for me, that actually does happen a lot in fights. It has happened to me a lot in fights in the past, and I lost the fight because of that. Because remember, when you get very emotional,
Right.
you're not able to stick to the strategy and think. Remember, it's not just a sport of, it's a thinking sport. So if I am so angry that I can't think, and you are very much calm and you can think, the likelihood of me losing the fight is more, because I'm just coming to you with just rage. Yes. And you are there, calm, calculated, like, okay, that punch, bam, hits, so okay, and lose the fight. So now what I do is I try to channel that anger or that strong energy into, okay, I'm going to punch harder. I'm going to think more. I'm going to move faster. So I'm still angry, but I'm just not running into you anymore with it. I'm like, okay, I'm angry. I don't like this. Lock in, focus.
Right.
So that's what so I use the anger to channel into a lock-in kind of focus mindset. There are some boxers, though, that thrive great off of anger. Like, they come in the ring angry, they get knocked out. Like, that is, like, Mike Tyson was one of those.
Yeah.
He used to cry before he fights. I could connect with that, too, because as a fighter, you have different sides or different personalities. So you have the Tiana here that everybody's seeing, and the Tiana before the fight is two different persons. And sometimes to tap into that person, you have to tap into a dark place or into a place of hurt. You have to connect with that hurt. So you have to connect with your trauma. Like, okay, it's like you reminding yourself the true you.
Right.
So I will, before I fight, remind myself and be like, okay, you know, you come from a tough childhood with, you know, physical abuse and this and that. Nobody can come and bully you just so. You've been through that before. So connecting with that now, connects with the emotions with that. That's why some fighters tend to cry before they go into the ring, because it's like, okay, a new person coming out here. I know it sounds crazy. It sounds like some kind of schizophrenia, kind of alter ego thing.
Yeah, I know.
But there are some fighters that when they connect with that anger, unstoppable. And some fighters, if they let that anger consume them, bad performance.
So like you mentioned, the importance of discipline. And this is where you see you need discipline in your game, right? Because sometimes you get angry, hey, I had to hold myself together because if I look to explode, I might get caught with
Yep.
lash.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think now when you look at local sports and our local athletes, I would say I think they lack a lot of discipline. That's something they lack in the game, which is why they can't reach the level they want to reach. Example, the football team. I hear stories, I ain't calling names, where you hear this one be smoking weed, this one drinking rum the night before a game, and this is where we see, well, this is why you can't reach where you want to reach because we are not disciplined in what we do.
So I agree with that, but I also blame the administrators, not the government, not the athletes, the administrators. So the administrators are what you will call the lobbyists between the government and the athletes, right? So like the NGBs, the ones that are in charge of selecting a team and implementing certain policies. If the administration don't have strict disciplinary codes or ethics, then the athletes will reflect as such.
Okay.
So if it is, example, let's use for example a country like USA. USA is insanely strict, especially from the boxing side where they are athletes. Like there are certain things you cannot do. And if you do that, we do not care how good of an athlete you are banned
The bus
from
your
the
throat.
team.
That's it.
Yeah, we know we have enough resources and blueprints to create another you. And they tell you that straight up. They were like, you are nothing special. We, USA Boxing in this case, could select another boxer, invest in them, and get them to where you are and better. So don't feel you are bigger than the program, as we will say. But sometimes in Trinidad, we have the culture that we allow the athletes to feel like they are bigger than the program. So when you have things like that happen, you have athletes who are star players, talented, but lack discipline. And then what message is sent to the other team members? Because you're telling them, like, it's a favoritism thing. I don't have to work hard really and truly to get certain things. So when that entire situation happened, it looks like the athletes are not disciplined, which you are right to an extent. But the NGBs or the administrators become the enablers. Follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they come a case where, okay, let's say you come training sessions twice a month. We have training every day, right? You only come in twice a month. You are a top player. So when it's time to pick the team now, head coach might say, well, the only team is you and everybody else because we can't move him. And somebody might be like, but coach, he's not training, he's not singing, he's not meshing with the team, he's not, don't study that. He's spot safe. And then now go on the field, because you're not training, you may be talented, I know, but because you're not training, that little extra elite level, you don't have it. And in team sports, that's very important. Every single person on the team needs to be strong. It's a team sport. Not like boxing where it's just me alone in the ring. And if I miss a training session, I will feel it. You know what I mean? It's a team. So that brings down the entire team. And the first thing people say is, it's the athletes. Yes, I'm not saying no. But it's the ones that govern the athletes.
But is it when you reach a certain level, like you have the level, I just say an example, like Kyron Pollard, the Maraj, Pura and them who probably are playing at the highest level. You'll always hear, they don't train as much. All the other guys have to be training, they sit down and they watch. Is it that when you reach a certain stage, you don't need to train as hard anymore?
I wouldn't say train as hard, you train smarter. Because you have to take into other factors, age. Age is a serious part of it. With every sport, you put in wear and tear on your body. So you have to become, let's say, smart with how you're training. So somebody that new in the sport or young, example, you might put them to run 3 miles. Yeah, you just run. You could do that. But an athlete who is 40, 45, you have to be more scientific with your approach.
Right.
So I'm not too sure if all sports or all athletes follow that. But I know internationally, like there's a boxer called Mickel. She's from India. She boxed straight down until 40 years. And she has 7 world titles. She's a 7-time world champion in the amateurs. And she does always advocate for training smart. She don't do a whole lot of running. She don't do a whole lot of things that people will consider to be hard training.
Right.
But she trains smart. So she have her team of scientists, her team of her strength coach, or everybody that whatever training she does is intentional. So they know exactly what it is they want done. So it's nothing extra, no extra wear and tear on anybody. So on the outside, it may look like, she's not training as hard. I'm running 10 miles a day. She running 1.
Right.
But her 1 run is more intentional, more effective for what the goal is. That's what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
Hey, enjoying the episode? Make sure to check out our sponsor, SSL, who made this episode possible. At SSL, they are all about making your work easier. From power tools and hardware to welding, safety, and hydraulic supplies, your one-stop industrial store. They've got everything you need to get the job done right. They partner with some of the world's most trusted brands and pride themselves on offering great service, expert advice, and convenient online shopping at shopssltt.com. And now, back to the episode.
It's an interesting concept because, yeah, if we're speaking about boxing right now, he's an ardent follower of cricket.
Oh,
And I
could tell
always
that.
tell him, I say, you know, the main sport that I follow is
You tell me wrestling.
entertainment sport. That is wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we have this huge spat about it that, you know, is not a sport.
Mm-hmm.
It is a sport because you're still falling,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to know how to fall smart. You have to know how to take your bumps.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know how to throw the punches because
It's a game.
it's not a game. Because
A game.
wrestlers also believe that at a certain point in their career, you know, their body could take no more damage.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, they are subjecting themselves to falling off cages. Even MMA, all of these things, you know, I mean, your body would take wear and tear at the end of the day. I mean, you say you're 28 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Is it that sometimes when you come home, you have all these bust mouth, lip? I mean, you're looking good at this point in time. I mean, I see it. No
Yeah, fine,
scars.
recently.
No
You say as
scars.
of today, you're looking okay.
You're looking good today. I know you just had the event headliner.
Yes.
Yeah.
You probably would have been banged up after that. But is it that after every fight you come home, you know that, well, Tiana can't really go to the mall tomorrow or go on a vacation tomorrow with us. Or she can't come to the school play tomorrow because, you know, she back will be hurting. She will have a black eye. Is it that you weigh the risk before going into each of these things? Or how do you protect yourself? Because you look like part of your job is obviously getting banged up every single time and you
Yeah.
might have recovered. I mean,
Yep.
Yeah.
So thankfully, I'm at a point in my career where I've developed skills. So that don't happen as much. Like I don't get black eyes as much in training.
right.
When I do ever get a black eye, I was like, oh my God, like I haven't seen one of this in
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. So get to the point where I can move my head, defend different things. But the training itself is still hard. So yes, I do be in a lot of pain. I have lost a lot of friends because of it. Because after training, they try to invite me to go out.
Right.
And I'm trying to explain to them, I am so tired. Besides physically, mentally, when we're in the training session, I have to be present. Different stimulus going on, coaches yelling, but there's a lot going on. So you mentally as well feel tired.
All right.
So for protective gear, we have mouth guard. We have headgears for the amateurs. For the pros, no headgear. And physio, massage, ibuprofen, painkillers.
Yes.
Yeah, ibuprofen, painkillers, and they're good anti-inflammatory as well. Ice baths, a lot. And that diet, nutrition,
Diet.
eating properly.
What's your diet like?
So I started doing some work with Latoya. She is amazing. Amazing, amazing. Because before her, I used to eat what I thought was healthy. You know, the typical.
Veggie,
Veggie,
broccoli,
yeah, and
mashed
the-
potato,
yeah.
and grilled chicken.
And she came in and explained to me there's a science to things. So, like, I decided to exactly weigh how much chicken breasts are eating, so I know exactly how much protein I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
She put me on certain supplements like iron, B12, vitamin D, omega. So that started to help the inflammation in my body
Yeah.
go down. So I wasn't as tired or in
Right.
pain after training sessions. Then she was telling me to drink beetroot as well before each session. Oh, I felt so good. Listen, I felt like I could have trained for hours, hours.
Iron.
Yeah, I was
Iron.
like, I felt like I could have trained for hours. And I had a thing where when my cycle was close, my body would go up. I'll feel really, really good.
Yeah.
And then I had crash. Like it'll take me some days to recover.
Oh.
So with proper diet, I didn't go through that as well. So that's why I always throw diet in as a recovery, because athletes just feel like diet is a by the way thing. You know,
Yeah,
once I still
yeah.
have abs, once I still looking good, I healthy. No. Mm-mm. So those are sort of the recovery tools that
You can align with Mickel because Mickel eating doubles every day and roti.
five problems for me and five problems.
Yeah, I just eat bad. I ain't gonna lie. But
if
I
you have
try
to-
to exercise
so if
too.
you-
So.
You can't exercise a bad diet. I thought so too. So hear what I
No,
used to
it's
do.
tough. It really tough.
I used to sit down
yeah.
and say, okay, same roti. I want to eat roti Saturday. I'll wake up
Yeah.
and hit a 5-mile run.
Compensation.
Yeah.
I say I drop my body a little bit, so I pour out that roti, good to go. Right. And then I'll be like, okay, feed for doubles. What I would do I run an extra 10 minutes
Right.
before I end up.
You take like every Trinidadian. They do it for Christmas and Carnival. But here what, Christmas coming up, so October, November, I will watch it. Because I
Yeah.
can damage them in
Yes.
December. And I will start back at the end of December. See, because I know how to fit in my costume. And
Correct.
then after that,
Correct. That was me at a I'll cater what I'm going to. And they say damage it. I say, right, boom. So if I get invited to like a birthday party or
Right.
something, I'll say, where's the menu? Roti. Good. Perfect. All right. So that's that party. Saturday, from Thursday, Wednesday, so.
You're eating.
So I hit myself a little staff.
Right. So,
So I could come out for them on
Come out
Saturday.
for them,
Yeah,
yeah.
starve a little bit. I might go through a little weekend thing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
I have a
yeah.
bigger plan. That roti
That
on Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
And because my sport is a weight-oriented sport, like at the fit into a certain weight division, coach is always big on, what's your weight?
Weight.
What's your weight? I find you looking a little big. What's your weight? Nah,
oh
don't find.
gosh.
So yeah, so coupled with that, that's where the staff part
And what about
used to
the
come in.
alcohol side? You take a little drink?
Now and again, not in season. But the funny thing about that, I'll tell you that story. There's this boxer from Cuba. We know Cubans have some of the best boxers in the world.
The girl left idea that it was from Cuba,
No,
right?
Dominican Republic.
Dominican.
Cuba have some of the best boxers, physiotherapists, coaches. Their sports
Runners,
program
yeah,
is
everything.
Yeah.
amazing. So I remember this boxer he came through that for a training camp and he beat every single body. I had all passing the rush. And he wasn't even hitting my heart too. I was fighting up to hit him and he was just move,
He quick.
bam. So everybody get licks. So I remember I was crying. I used to cry a lot when I have a bad training session. So I walk out the ring crying there. Walk outside the gym. When I walk outside the gym, I was thinking to myself, okay, Tiana, you had to get better. You had to ask him what he does do, to be this good. This man is smoking a cigarette after the sparring. I was like, what?
You see?
I go back, I say, Cox, come and see this. Cox,
Illiteracy.
he was like, he said, yeah, that's their culture. That's their culture. I said, okay. Went to a big tournament. One of the world champions was drunk the night before. And I was like, he going to lose that fight. If I could have bet, I was betting against him. I said, he going to lose that fight. Lose what?
Fuel him to win.
All kind of dancing and movement. And I started to say, but Cox, something wrong here because all you're telling me this and that and this and that.
Yeah.
And then he explained to me that this is people culture. They in that since they were kids. You try to do that now, you will mess up yourself. And I did try it.
Really,
It was
you
one
tried?
training session. I say, you know what? We'll experiment.
Just say that, right? I might get a little punk for this, but I have a mom. She have a brother. And he, doctoring and so forth like that. And when he had to do lab work and so forth on her, my mom will go to him to get lab work done. I say, Mom, why are you driving from quite north to go Sangre Grande to get this thing done? Right? She said, well, he do it for my free, whatever the case is. My brother. But for him to do it especially very good, he had to take, he had to have a little drink in the system to do it, right? And the best tests and running tests and analyzation in the lab is when he a little tipsy.
When you have a little head.
When you have a little head.
So what it is that different people have different things that gets them into that relaxed
So you don't know what
or
works for
flow
you.
state.
Yeah.
That drinking thing don't work for me though.
Right,
Because I
I know.
tried it. Say I want to go to a training
You get
session.
burnt out.
Actually, no, it worked for me once and then didn't work for me. So I went to run, couldn't make it. So here what happened?
Yeah.
Well, they don't bash me for this story. Went to a tournament, lost in the tournament. We had sparring, so after you lose the tournament, you're still training. So you end up sparring other people that lose because it's like an opportunity to get sparring from different people. So it was the last day. I went to my coach. I said, Coach, are we sparring tomorrow? He said, no. Tomorrow is a rest day. Enjoy yourself. I said, perfect. So I went out, me and some other friends, we had some margaritas. I was like, good. Last day, no training. So I stumbled in my room, lie down on my bed sleeping. I hear bang, 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 bang. So I fly up. He was like downstairs, an hour, sparring. I said, what? I said, I thought you tell me. He said, no, I changed my mind, downstairs, no. So I'm still kind of drunk, right?
Yeah. Tipsy.
No.
Drunk.
Oh,
So I packed it up my bag and I'm so scared. I was like, oh my God, Tiana, how you going to why would he do me this? He set me up. So I told him one of my teammates, I was like, yo, I tell him what's going on. He was like, well, cough today. You know what to tell you, you're going to get cough today.
yeah.
And that was the best, hear me, best sparring my coaches ever saw from me. They were like, what did you do? I said, I'm so glad you asked. I'm currently drunk, as you see.
Yeah.
He was like, what? I said, yeah, you set me up. You told me I could have went out and lime.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
he said, like you had a drink every time before you go because you listened, you
yeah,
reacted, you stay calm. Because when you used to get emotional and forget the plan, he said you stay calm. He was very relaxed. So the next day I was asking him, you really think I should start drinking? He said, no. He said, no. He said, no. He said, no, don't do that. He said, what that indicated is that for you to perform well, you need to be relaxed. So you need
Yeah.
to find out other method to relax yourself.
Well,
before.
the funny thing about it is that people say that. I don't drink alcohol, period.
Mhm.
For some reason, I guess, in what I do, and people that see me in all these shows and the bush and cooking and what they do, they say, boy, you just be looking real drunk and what, yes, behaving like you're drunk and getting on like you're drunk. And I don't drink alcohol at all, right?
Mhm.
But they say alcohol does relax you. So I say, I wonder if I were to drink, maybe I might be a little, I might do whatever I had to do, maybe a little better. But no cigarettes, I would have been a perfect athlete. No alcohol, no cigarette, no lime and late or kind of stuff like that, you know.
Me too.
So what you do to get yourself in a flow state then, to relax yourself before? I know I'm flipping the script I interview
No, it's
you
all
here
right.
now.
I can't really see them thing on here,
Okay.
but you know,
Watch wrestling.
what was it word? He
say wrestling?
He wrestling. And he trying to make fun of me. Right now, the whole nation making fun. Where you from? 1942? Wrestling? You from the
wrestling.
bush?
Wrestling, you're a famous sport. If I
Wrestling.
have a boy child and he tell me he going to be a wrestler, I say, oh, you will take up a real sport for me.
No.
Cricket, football.
No.
Tiana, you need to spar? Take him in the ring. Take him in the ring and spar. You know the fellow will last one round? Like, you can't last 30 seconds.
Nah, I want to make sure my son macho. He can't be a little bit femme.
You could make a macho son?
How you mean? I'll straighten him if he even feel he going the other side.
So,
You have any children, Tiana?
no, I don't.
You want children?
Yes, I want. But you know, it's always a struggle because I plan my career and I had to find a man. That's the biggest issue.
Funny man.
Yeah, it's problems. Because children very permanent, you know. Children more permanent than
They're not
marriage, you
very,
know.
I think they are.
Yes. You can't give them back. You can't tell
Yeah,
the
no,
person,
no,
like,
no.
I want out of this agreement. It's like, that's your child and that's
That's
their
your
father
responsibility for the rest of your
until
life. Yeah.
the rest of your
Yeah,
life. You will
yeah,
be
yeah.
60-something and that is still... Yeah, so I have to make sure I pick the right person to have a child with because I'm sure you don't want to see on the Facebook, National Boxer crash out.
Yeah,
National
yeah, yeah.
Boxer fight child father. That's not a good headline.
Actually, that might be a good headline.
That's back in our
That's a good main event.
So you see back in our headline. Then number manager had to scramble and do damage control. Tiana, how you go fight the man? How you go fight the man?
Yeah,
Damage
yeah,
control.
yeah.
No.
And one side of the ring, Tiana, next side, the child father.
So to prevent that, I had to make sure and take my time. Plus, too, the career is difficult to plan. Because when you have a child, you have to take like 2 years off of boxing.
Yeah.
One for the first year for the actual
Concept,
carry, then the
yeah.
next year
To
to make
prepare
sure your
body.
body could get back into that. Because my dad only had
Right.
2 girls.
Oh, so you have a sister?
Yes, I have a younger sister.
What she
She
does?
is, just not tell you her age. Right, she's 23. We're 5 years younger, so I just always just minus.
Right.
Yeah. She, we don't speak all the time. But last time, I remember she told me she wanted to get into video content. She liked, video content and stuff. She actually way more funny than me. I don't know what she waited on to start it, but that's her life and her decision. So yeah, he only had 2 girls, so somebody at some point
Yeah.
had to take that L and go through either I or her looking more like me. So
All right.
But apart from the boxing, like everybody does what they do. You see yourself boxing for a longer period of time. Again, you're 28. You're gonna be boxing at 38.
No.
What's your plan?
So I am giving myself probably like 6 or 7 more years in the sport.
Yeah.
And then I am planning to go into administration because I already do sports administration. I'm already kind of both sides. I'm an
Right.
athlete and an administrator. And go into ensuring that sports itself, not Trinidad, but sports itself in Trinidad have a better footing, meaning like the athletes could make a better living from it. The coaches could make a better living from it, because it's difficult to tell people, oh, come, be an athlete. And when they ask about money,
Yeah.
give them some kind of shaky answer. It's like, better go and be a doctor and lawyer or something, we are sure, than be an athlete, you know?
But what is your ultimate goal in? Where you want to reach in boxing? Unified champion at this or that? Where you would like to...
So, I have two answers I give. Of course, anybody in the sport want to be the best in the sport. So, yes, I want to be
Right.
unified world champion and all these
Right.
things. But my main goal, me being a
Right.
boxer, is to show other women that there are other avenues in life to be successful in
Okay.
than just what we were told. Because I
Okay.
think growing up, we were always told the only way out is to be an accountant. Because I wanted to be an
Right.
accountant initially, very good with numbers. And that is what they always drill into your head. You have to be doctor, as you say, doctor,
Yeah.
lawyer, accountant. Anything else, waste of time. So I think I want my life to be a living testimony that you can choose to do anything once you're disciplined,
Right.
resilient, and innovative.
Oh,
You
well
could do
said.
it.
Those are words.
I like that. Well said. I see you live by that. Now, it was something else I wanted to ask you. You know, at present, female boxing, Trinidad and Tobago, Tiana Guy. But growing up as a kid, when I think female boxing and when I think Trinidad and Tobago, you hear two names. You hear Ramnarine and Gizelle Salandy. Tell me if they had an impact in your life, or how did you see that impacted Trinidad and Tobago boxing itself? Just give me a little rundown.
So I started boxing actually with Rhea Ramnarine.
Okay, so you
I
had
started
a...
with Fine Line Fight Factory. That was with Rhea Ramnarine and Sensi Ramuta. And from there, I went on the national team. So I was, you could say, directly influenced by Rhea. One of the things that really stood out to me that I remember she really getting on me on was self-management. Like being in charge of your own career. Like,
Right.
if it is a letter have to be done, either you doing it yourself or you ensuring it is done. So I think that was the impact she had with Gizelle Salandy. Gizelle Salandy has impacted us, the sport, women boxing, in a way that nobody could ever come and match that legacy. Because Gizelle Salandy became a world champion at the age of 14 years. That is insane, first of all. Second of all, she's the Boxing Hall of Fame. She's in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most number of world titles won in a fight. So the impact Gizelle Salandy career had on the sport is self-explanatory. Now for me, what it did for me is that she has created a legacy or a roadway that I don't have to come to you now, Jason, and explain to you why women could box. I don't have to come and tell you.
She did the groundwork.
And
She laid a template.
insane template.
Yeah.
Like when you hear some of these stories, what she and Box Supports did to ensure that the opportunities women have today was through the work that she did. So as I said, when I go into spaces, I don't have to say, hey, women could box, we could box. As you say, when I go into spaces, they ask me, are you next Gizelle Salandy? Are you the next, are you this, are you that? So she laid a groundwork and template. So my job now is to take that baton and carry it as far as I could. And when it's my time to step away from the sport, the other female boxer come up and carry it as far as she could. And I sort of get irritated sometimes when people try to insinuate or assume that I try to cover Giselle's legacy, because that is not my intentions. I cannot do that. She laid an insane groundwork, and my job is just, as I say, pick up what she left and carry it as far as the best of my ability that I could. And while I'm doing it, let people know that, hey, what you're seeing today here, me, is because of the influence Gizelle and Rhea had. And then when I go on, the other female boxer, it will be said that, Gizelle, Rhea, and Tiana created this platform, and that's how you build the thing. Because in reality, anything great or legacy is never really, one person never really responsible for it. It's like when you think about Trinidad and Tobago cricket's legacy, one man is not responsible for that. It was a series of cricketers that passed through the ages that left different blueprints and push the goalposts, and others come in and push it further. So now we have a great cricket legacy. But to say one person
No.
responsible for that, no. Same thing with boxing. When it is, people look back in history, it won't be that it's one female boxer responsible for Trinidad and Tobago
Yeah,
boxing
yeah.
legacy. It's a series of women boxers in their time and era that did their thing to the best that they could with the resources that they had.
Yeah. A
You
lot
know?
of people will obviously just talk. They wouldn't break it down in a granular motion like what you just spoke about. And you said, it just reminds me that there's a lot we don't know about what your sport entails.
Mm-hmm.
And you say you have lost friends. And they may,
Mhm.
I don't think you lost them. They know what you're doing. They probably just not tolerant enough and
Yeah.
understanding. I don't think they hate you or
Mhm.
despise you. They're just saying, people, you don't have time for them.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, the greatest luxury in life, I think, is time.
Yep, it is.
You can't buy time. So, people get sick or somebody's dying. They pay any amount of money, bring back my mother, make sure they
Correct.
bring back my
Correct.
father.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
pay anything. So people want your time. I think time is the greatest thing that you can give to people,
Mhm.
right? And obviously, you're saying that your time is limited because you're coach. You're with your coach. You're practicing. You're sparring. You have your events. You're traveling. When you're not doing these things and the limited time that you have to spend with loved ones, I mean, what do you do? What music you like to listen to? Where do you go? Where do you like to go for a drive? Where you like to go for vacation? What makes you happy then?
You read books.
Yes, I read a lot of books. I like reading a lot of books. I read books. I like video games as well. FIFA,
Right.
Call of Duty, Rainbow Six Siege. Big
Say a gamer.
gamer.
What platform? Xbox or PS?
PS.
Okay.
What happened? I look.
Nah, because Xbox is a supreme
I
platform.
know.
So
I know it
you
was something
see?
like that. I
You
know it
see?
was something like that. I
No,
get the
Ask him if he
Xbox.
own a PlayStation. Eh? He
Don't
own
worry.
nothing.
I come and play PlayStation with you.
No, I think PlayStation are better marketing because as a kid,
Yeah.
everybody know PlayStation was. You see the cameraman shaking his head too, like yeah.
Yeah.
Better marketing. So over the years, people just it's like with iPhone. iPhone had the better marketing, so people would connect with that more. But I like to listen Trinidad music.
Trinidad.
You
Yes,
see, I tell you we could be friends.
I find well,
I
should go on
support
spa.
it. I go in and spa too.
I like it. I don't know.
Who's your favorite
I-
Trinidad? Who's your favorite Trinidad artist?
So two, Prince Wani right now,
See?
and see where you guess the next one.
The fella who does go.
Yeah, no, none of them.
Not Trinidad, but
There's
Yeah.
some
I
fella who
feel like-
Yeah,
let's
well,
call it
skilly
this.
bang
skilly
right
bang,
now.
I skilly bang.
I don't know. I see it trending, so I don't know about that.
So Prince Wani and Boy. Those
Who's
are
Boy
my
Boy?
two
My
favorite.
Marshall?
No.
Boy is Marshall.
He's saying da da dee da da
Adrenaline
da.
and thing.
Yeah. Those are my two favorite. What else do I do for fun? Wow, making my life feel a little boring there, but music, reading,
Reading. Where you like to go for vacation? Where you like to eat?
roti.
Roti. What
Yeah,
kind of
And
roti?
curry
roti.
crab and dumpling, dal curry.
God, them
Right.
things will make you heavy,
Yeah,
girl.
curry crab and dumpling. That will start
That gonna make you sleep after.
I will sleep very good. Very good. Very good. What else? I think that's really the main thing.
I
about
read somewhere on
reading.
the side, you like to spray perfume all the time or before you do anything. That is true too?
Yeah. Because I feel like when you look good and you feel good and you smell
Yeah.
good, you just perform good. Yeah, so
And
that's my
And
my
talking about
theory.
performance, in your last performance, I noticed you all were barefoot. When you're boxing, is it okay to box without a shoe on?
So
And one
usually,
more thing I want to touch on as well. I
Mhm.
saw in your, well, I think Jason didn't took me to the event, which he
you do
supposed
that
to.
for spite.
So I had to look at it on the television, YouTube. I
See,
also
I didn't
saw,
take it to the event. I dating here.
I also noticed stick fighting. Did you incorporate that in your life in any way, or you just had that at the event for some entertainment?
So I'll touch the stick fighting first. So stick fighting, my great grandfather actually was a stick fighter. So headliner was supposed to be my professional debut, and I felt like, honoring your ancestors, honoring where you came from, I felt like it would have been
Yeah,
nice.
Kalinda's art form.
Yes, to show people that hey, you don't have to wait for carnival to have calendar. You can have calendar at any time, at anywhere. It is our combat cultural thing. Let's put it out there. So that's how that integration happened. Linked up with Keegan and Tilla. And I told them the vision. They said, okay, this has never been done before, but let's see if we could make it happen. The stick fighters loved it. So it was a nice marrying of, what we consider boxing, kickboxing, and stick fighting. Originally, headliner was supposed to be my professional debut against that Dominican Republic fighter. Now with the elections, the boxing board, and because the boxing board is politically appointed, the boxing board was dissolved.
Oh.
Yeah, so we couldn't have any boxing matches in Trinidad. Now the issue is, when you try to shoot big, the drop is also pretty big.
Mhm.
So saying that to say, we got Hennessy, we got Johnny Walker, we got Rude Boy to be involved. Hennessy does not sponsor combat events. They don't affiliate with that at all. So I was able to get them on board. I told my team, I said, this event falling through would damage the sport very, very bad because we had big sponsors like Lullaby on board. So I said, in order to keep the sport going, I will forsake my record and my career, and it will be, we'll go down as a kickboxing exhibition match. So all the pro fights, we had to change that into a kickboxing exhibition match because we couldn't have any boxing. So that not on anybody's record is not no winner, not no
Yeah,
official
yeah,
thing
yeah.
like that. But it was really to ensure that corporate Trinidad see the potential of what combat entertainment could be, because boxing is entertainment, kickboxing, is entertainment. And I think in Trinidad, if we view sports more as an entertainment business, we could get more investors into the sport. So that was what that event was supposed to do, show people like, yo, this is the way the sport could be.
You're right.
And a lot of people were saying that the setup, the whole lights, everything, the instant replays made them feel like they were in Vegas, like it was at an international event. All the sponsors loved it and looking forward to the next one next year.
Yeah.
So that is the saving grace for the event, that next year we was able to, well, not next year, this event, we were able to shed some new eyes on the sport, on stick fighting, on the athletes themselves too, because the athletes were saying that they got a lot more opportunities because of it. People asking them to come to
of
fight,
course.
more people.
Exposure.
And that is something that I think all sports lacking, but
Right.
even more so in combat sports. I could speak that because I'm in the sport.
Yeah.
And the people are responsible for the exposure are the administrators, but the athletes themselves. It's their job to expose yourself.
Right.
Because technically, as an athlete and an artist, it's the same thing, Because they both provided entertainment to the crowd, So, if you as an athlete, nobody don't know you, who going to come to see you compete or perform?
You have to build your name.
You have to build your name. And there are a lot of people that come into that watch sports, not because they like the sports, but I like you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to come and watch you.
Yeah.
So
you have your following. Your fans are coming to see you.
And then how are you going to reach corporate for brand and deals and sponsorships if it is, nobody don't know you? Why should we put our brand with you? Who is going to see it? So that was the purpose of Headliner, to kind of get that into the athlete's head as well, the importance of building a strong brand.
Yeah. As you said, brand, it's always challenging, especially when you're doing an event, to get people to believe in your vision. And, she spoke about Hennessy and, they don't do combat sports.
Yeah.
I find like we should hook up with SSL, Southern Supplies Limited. They were kind enough to come on board and sponsor this episode today. They're a beautiful hardware that specializes in commercial, industrial, safety, hydraulic supplies, welding hardware right here in South. And maybe they provide some bricks and cement for you could spar with it. But I mean,
like that.
They're associated with so many great top brands.
Yeah, they partner with some of the top brands in the world, They have like Makita and many others.
So I mean, it's great that even when you do come on shows and so forth like that, we always try to get brands to like intermingle and mesh with the visions of what it is, because at the end of the day, it's brands coming together, and everybody wants to get that notoriety in some way, form, and fashion. And I was very happy to see how your event turned out. It garnered a lot of publicity.
Yes.
Because again, it was like the first time that was something like that was being done. And I know you had a big endeavor ahead of you in that righteousness.
I was so stressed.
I could imagine.
My God.
You could have get Mickel to come and help you, man.
I was so stressed. I think it take me this is the 3rd week after. I don't think I fully mentally recovered from because we were planning this since January. Since January, we were planning this, and hurdles kept happening, and we had to pivot and turn.
It'd be a really great idea. Next time you do it, you get you do have a celebrity fight. So it's done. You get like 2 celebrities. You might get like I know, Patrice
So
and
you and
Adestra.
somebody else will fight.
Patrice and Adestra coming together.
Keen answer, man. So
Yeah,
you and
it's like,
somebody
yeah,
else will
right.
fight.
You get
Yeah.
Mickel and probably
And you?
Swampy.
Yeah.
Mickel and Swampy
So you don't wanna fight?
fighting.
Why? Yeah, why?
You know,
talking over my
you
heels.
Yeah.
He taking all that tall, huh? But I really like that idea. I think
I think it could be a charitable, and proceeds go to charity.
yeah.
And that would
Correct.
be a really great aspect.
Mhm.
I really wanted to come, but I was out of the country, and
So why you didn't just come?
because you know, at the end of the day, the boy don't have no brain, boy. Man, you know, just go now. It's like, you know, well, Jason,
You
not
could
here.
just take out and
Man
say, yeah,
set
no
me up
problem.
on the day. The day I ready and I said, Jason, we on what time, blah, blah, blah. No, when we going again, well, I said, boy, I set
Yeah.
myself to go and watch a little boxing.
You could have come, man. Yeah, like
I see if
yourself.
I know you before and you tell me come, I reach there.
So next
know
time,
how to
I'll
reach.
personally invite you to
Yeah,
come. So
then
if
you
you
will
don't
see-
come, it's back and
You'll
now.
see me there. If
Okay.
you see Jason, you'll see me
No
for sure.
problem.
But when you obviously you're building this reputation extremely well. I know we wish you all the best going into the future, and I know that your name will grow even further. But when you go out, do people recognize you? They know, they say, "Come on." Because I mean, what Mickel really wants his to be a riding partner. When he go anywhere, he get in fight. Yeah, and he look over again,
Yeah.
he see Tiana,
Yeah.
nobody touching him. He can't fight. He can't fight tonight. He can still handle by sea.
People always say that, so I could call you when it is,
Yeah.
but man, give me trouble. I'm like, hold up, don't do that. But yeah, there was, I think the most,
Tell me about the moments.
so I went Church's Chicken. It was our off season. I went to Church's Chicken and my card was giving problems. So I ordered the chicken. You was like, your card declined. I was like, what? Try it again, card declined.
Yeah.
I was like, so I pull up my online bank. I was like, watch, I have money. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
She pull up the account to show.
I was like, because the long line behind I was like, I don't know what's going on. She was like, I don't know what to tell you. I say, so I go to walk up. This guy was like, wait, you see box like you're from on TikTok? I said, yeah, nah, I had that. You govern. Go ahead. I go pay for that for you. I was like,
Yeah.
Cause I woke up now, I
Get
called
you.
Nevon
Get
manager. I
you.
said, Nevon, somebody don't see me. And he's like, what? You're free of us, boy? I
Get
said, yeah,
you.
boy, I get you, boy. So that little moments like that, I was walking through to the Puna market.
Right.
A big argument happened. But if I was to fight one of the vendors, who go win? Because one of the vendors,
Rumble in the market,
yeah,
boy.
it was like, I show you go beat you. And the man said, no, you can't beat me.
Eh.
And big back and I was standing there like, wow, this is what it feels to be
Yeah.
somewhat famous. I said, wow. So same thing. So I walk out, I call
Yeah,
Nevon.
yeah.
Nevon, back in the market, two people. So, through the visibility we created, a lot of people be like, hey, you see boxer again? You see boxer again? And like, yeah.
It's the same thing, anywhere you go, they'd be like, hey, chef man.
Yes.
What does it refer to you as?
Same thing.
Rasman? What did it say? The fella who didn't get to go boxing?
Tiana, I want to play a little game with you, right? You're a boxer, so I guess you know what I'm talking about. Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. Eliminate one.
I choose Wilder
You choose Wilder.
for his power.
And so we're going with Deontay Wilder or Joseph Parker.
Sticking with Wilder with the power.
Sticking with Wilder.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali, oh gosh, Muhammad
So
Ali.
you have feel bad John
I had no
Tyson can beat
comments.
up
I had no comment.
Tyson, Ali?
I reserve my right to you put me no bacchanal, so I reserve.
On the right day you have feel
I
Tyson can
reserve
take
my
down
right
Ali.
to answer that question.
All right, so you do that. Tiana, I want to play a game with you.
Oh, you have a game.
A real
Yeah,
game. A real
now.
game now.
A real game.
Right? So let me... Between The Rock and Brock Lesnar.
The Rock.
The Rock. All right. Between Rocky and Rambo.
Rocky.
Okay. And between Rocky and Floyd Mayweather Money, or Money Mayweather, one of them weathers. Whichever forecast it is.
Floyd.
I like him, I find
Floyd.
he have a... he's a showman.
Yes,
You won't know about
a
him. Fellas like
entertainer.
Mayweather and Pacquiao and them fellas and them is... You won't know about Pacquiao. You know about Pacquiao.
Of course.
The only Pacquiao know is probably about packing groceries.
You know me whether I'm back your fight?
They fight, two of them fight.
Yeah,
Who win between both of them?
Mayweather. But
Mayweather,
the
the
fight
money
was
does
a
always
little
win.
questionable.
And do you know Mayweather went into WWE ring and he went and he fought
Yes.
Brock Lesnar?
He
I
did.
So I'm
know that.
telling you,
Yeah, he
at the
did.
end of the
I know
day,
that.
all of them go end up on WWE. Just now she could be on WWE too.
I'm calling that. calling that.
You know, we have our own local WWE, you know
I've been
that?
seeing that, and I've been as Evolution Wrestling. I have a friend
I
on
went
it.
to, they had it at the sports bar in Tacarigua. They had one there.
Yes.
Yes, I went to that.
I
It
want
was
to go
nice.
to that
It was
real bad.
exciting.
There's a guy named Kieran, the master.
Kieran, yes, he invited, yes.
That
he
man, I want
invited
to
me.
meet him back.
Yes,
We
yes,
have
he
him on the show
invited
one
me.
I
day.
see
He
him message
invited
me
me.
on Facebook. Why
Some
not?
blast, Kieran the Blast.
Kieran-
Why you
Kieran
gonna
the
take
master.
part? You could be chef fighter.
I've got to think about it, but if you're watching outside, they come now, man. Let me,
Yeah,
see
yeah,
this
and
because
the show was really, really nice. It was really exciting. It really was. I was
Yeah.
entertained. No, it was. It was fun.
Listen, I've been following a little bit on TikTok, you know.
I seen all these medals
Next
here.
time she come here, I hoping to see a little belt, you know.
Amen.
These
We're
are
working on
the
that.
actual gloves, huh?
So yeah, so this is the
We should do
actual.
a little spa.
So different gloves have different. If you
Take
look
on
at
a
the
little
bottom
spa.
here.
Yeah, let me see.
Really? We
Give
wanna
us
do a spa?
a little run
This
now.
one, come,
I want-
spar with Mickel. They quick. I go be the
So, no,
I go be
no.
the referee. You ever put on our gloves before, Mickel?
Right. So this is the professional gloves. You see it had the. Turn your hand this way. Your hand feeling comfortable, right?
Yeah.
So actually, when you have one, this gloves supposed to have hand
I
wraps.
can actually
in it.
punch him, no? It's okay.
Wait till I walk out.
Yeah.
This is what you used to fight with, huh?
Yes, actually a smaller one. So this is a 10 ounce, and I fight in 8.
It's like a steak, boy.
So it's smaller.
All I know about 8 ounces and 10 ounces is nice, the ribeye and strip steak.
So bring this foot out a little bit more. Bring this foot out this way. Bend your knees a little bit. There.
And so,
Right, go ahead. How's it go? How's it
Gotta
go?
reach here.
Well,
can reach from
don't
there.
break my screen, eh?
Go ahead,
Alright,
right hand.
Right? Right.
Mhm. Sharp. So when I say 1, 2, you're gonna come 1, 2.
Yeah.
So 1, 2. 1, 2.
What, Mickel?
What? So I want to say 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. Real small. So you
Yeah.
come in 1, 2, 1.
Yeah.
1, 2, 1. Beautiful. Go ahead. 1, 2, 1. Right. Go ahead. Don't drop down with me.
Alright.
You're sweating and thing.
Yeah, I got a look over there.
How
I
you
like them
feel?
thing.
How you feel?
Yeah, good.
You feel relaxed, eh?
Boy, Mickel, yeah.
Really.
I just go straight down now, you know.
But I'm glad you had fun. You see how fun and relaxing it is, though?
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, you guys are having fun. Check out the next episode. Obviously, we have great guests coming up on the show all the time. We had Tiana today, and you never know who else we'll have. Comment below, let us know who you want on the show. We'll get them for you all. If you want to advertise, of course, perujason@yahoo.com. We'll be sure to showcase your brand in the most brightest element, and of course, have the best guests. So reach out to us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and tell us what you think about the boy boxing. He being trained by the champ, the best. I go and train with her, but I go train when all the can't see me getting licks. Right? We go on the front burner, we check you out the next time.